Hey guys, it's A here. Welcome to another episode of Lobotomy Corporation. I believe we are really close to the suppressions now at this point. This is one of Chesed's, I think, his last scenes. We'll see. It's quiet, isn't it? And take a good, long look at this silence. Manager, have you ever gotten up early to walk the streets at the crack of dawn? I think this moment right now is equivalent to that dawn in the outside world. The abnormalities are currently in torpor due to the heightening of the QP deterrence during off hours. Meanwhile, the employees are steeling themselves for when fate decides whatever will happen to them. When the level of deterrence is weakened, the powers of the suppressed origins will soon wake them. It is always so hard to believe that a place as quiet as this will just as soon be engulfed by pandemonium. Oh, how nice it would be to keep this tranquility. How many times do we have to fail? How much more must we be accustomed to the darkness to finally encounter the light? Good morning, Chester. Ah yes, good morning, buddy. Good luck with your duties, as always. Mr. Chester, I've been thinking, and I feel that I truly am lucky to be assigned to the welfare team. Just getting into Lobotomy Corporation was really competitive, but being assigned to this team, it's like a miracle. You know, brown nosing won't gain you anything. Just think of it as flattery, sir. There really is no one who cares more about their employees like you do, Chester. I mean, just look at the department on the other side of our lair. Nah, that's not necessarily true. I just want to say I appreciate you and the many things you do, sir. Sorry for keeping you so long. I'll be going now, Chester. Aye, aye. Go get yourself ready for the day. For many days, I consoled myself by saying that I wasn't doing that bad for a Sephira. I never put my employees on the verge of death like a certain red-clad miss someone did, and I managed to be flexible with various situations most of the time. Getting mad at someone for breaking a rule or two, or agreeing with someone who claimed to make the place better. When I take a step back and look at it all, I can't help but think, what's the point of it all? Of course I hope to send them off in peace, as they were just meant to die anyways. Meanwhile, I was hiding the biggest lie of all inside. Yet I've been playing the role of the good leader, knowing that it was all a falsehood. Lady Angela knew this too. She knew that I would never be the great man who would expose every little secret of this place to the employees and try to overthrow the system and plot. Well, I mean, I just wanted to avoid pushing her buttons. Working as the head of the welfare department, I actually never cared about the welfare of our employees at all. I was so afraid. Angela stopped any seedling of doubt or inquiry about the nature of this place by killing off employees indirectly. Then I eventually decided to cover my eyes and ears and helped Lady Angela with her affairs without questioning them. Hey, Ches, we have an emergency. You heard the status report, right? The abnormalities have gone out of control. I don't know what happened, but we need to retake control of the situation right now. I thought you didn't want to speak with me. What's gotten into you, Gebura? You're able to control the deterrence, aren't you? We need to increase the level of QP deterrence right now. Angela will call the rapids if the rest of the abnormalities aren't suppressed. And I want to wrap things up on my side of the facility. But Gebura, no one is allowed to touch the controller of the QP deterrence without Lady Angela's explicit approval. You know that. So you don't want to do it? You little coward. Do you really think you can just get over every situation by going through the motions? I hope you continue to rot until the day you die, succumbing to your fears like the servile bastard you are. Choke on those sugar-coated words your employees feed you. It's been quite a while since I've been grabbed by the collar. Chest. You knew I was coming, didn't you? Seems like you know me all too well. Perhaps you are the one who understands me most among our Sephira. Weaken the QP deterrence, Chest. What did you have up your sleeve this time, ma'am? Do you want to ask for reasons again, after all this time? And Gebura and the other employees are fighting right now. You know that, right? Indeed, Gebura is... Sorry, this is quite humorous to me. I didn't know you would talk about Gebura. You should know. You've seen her for yourself. Gebura has failed to control her enmity and has now lost her way. What I'm saying is she is not fighting for some grand ideology. She should know best how she stands. Everyone has their own battle in this place. But I can't seem to shake off this feeling that I'm the only one who just observed this situation from afar, not taking any action. I thought you enjoyed those kinds of things, Chest. And taking in a cup of coffee, enjoying the peaceful day, listening to your classical music. I would think that I am providing the right environment for you, no? It seems our conversation has run on longer than expected. Let me tell you one last time. Lower the deterrence. Oh, God. Daniel! Yeah, you're even more of a clown. I'm sorry, y'all. If your name's Daniel, I'm sorry, but this is just funny to me. If there's a Sephiroth that has my name, they're also a clown, to be fair. Alright, everyone, let's make the best of today as always. Open the door. Who are you, ma'am? Your taste in music is rather classy. Quite different from mine, however. What the... Oh! I apologize. I didn't think you would open the door for me, so I simply walked in. How did you get inside? Do I know you? I've arrived from the head. I was so desperately looking for you. Oh. The reason why I came the way here is... Well, let's just say I have... Oh, ugh. Well, let's just say I have showed up to play my favorite music. Excuse me. You there? Can you tell me the name of this fine gentleman? Daniel. His name is Daniel. Daniel, is it? That name carries much more with it than you merit. I would assume that you are the one in charge of this place? Open that section where those monsters of yours are locked up. As you saw just a moment ago, it's nothing for me to open a locked door with my own power. I'm just being polite after all, asking you to open the doors. It's only fair, as you're the one in charge here. I urge you not to resist. Just listen to me. If you do so, a few of these people might be able to escape with their lives, no? It's easy to point the finger of blame at the betrayer. However, one never really knows what it feels like to be a target of such a thing until they've been in the shoes of that situation. Back then, a chill had come over my entire body. It was fear that I had never felt before. I had faced numerous intended abnormalities, yet I never had experienced my body being paralyzed and my blood curdling in such a way before. So this is the head. Boss, enough with your orders. Don't try and make me justify my cowardly acts. I'm ashamed for consoling myself, saying that there was nothing to be done after passing straight through the tunnel of defeat. I'm so struck with shame and grief, I can't bear it anymore. This body of mine is like a punishment for me, reminding me of my past. I can't even bleed from this body. I don't want to undertake dirty work for Angela's show, or be a puppet who gets praise and applause from everyone. Nor do I want to be your aide, who can't do a single thing. All of this has been a series of shame for me. Manager, this shall be my rebellion against you and Angela. I'm the only one who survived. Saying there was nothing I could do, that I was too scared to bear it by myself, that I wanted to save at least a few of my coworkers. All those are meaningless excuses. I think I'm going to die soon. The head is on its way to get you. I'll see you again in hell, sir. How is fear able to dominate the human mind? How many people would stick to their beliefs and morals if they were to come face to face with a true nightmare? The answers to those questions are why no one can blame Daniel's behavior. Truth be told, everything fell down the edge of the cliff the exact moment the head found us. Oh. Our last conversation came to an end with a hopeless silence. Daniel, he was intelligent and held a high social position and showed more finesse than anyone in our research lab. He had an excellent reputation from the people who surrounded him. He had a sly yet charming smile and humor. It would have been easy for him to get into any one of the wings with his skill and personality, but he chose us, not the wings. Though amazing he once was, there was no doubt he died in despair and regret cursing his choice. Seeing the dead bodies of his coworkers strewn about in front of him, not even having the single comfort of knowing that it wasn't his fault, unable to find any peace for his final rest.
It's sad that I can't, like, have these separately and, like, speak my piece. Okay.
You all might have noticed, but we've never had this kind of situation before. Those monsters were supposed to be slumbering away, but now they woke up all of a sudden. There's no need to focus on what caused this. All that matters is that we solve the problem at hand. Let me add a few words before we jump into battle today. I don't need cowards in my department. You should not let complacency waver your mind when you confront the monsters. You must arm yourselves with anger and pure anger alone to crush those monstrous bastards. If you object to any of this, I suggest you transfer departments immediately. I won't squeeze out a tear or mourn over your perishing without even your name being left behind. If you want your body and mind to stay comfortable, I'll kindly drag your ass over to the pathetic welfare team so you can chicken scratch your dishonorable name on the waiting list for department transfers. There's good reason why my department has far fewer employees than any other. However, I want you to keep in mind that this also means only the best have gathered here. Meeting over. We'll talk more when the situation has been sorted out.
Huh?
Miss Gebura, I think your mainframe has sustained too much damage. Maybe we should suspend the suppression operation for now? Tiferet is investigating the cause of the situation right now, so we should be able to figure it out pretty soon. I don't need a break. I can still fight. But in your condition... Shut up. I said I can still fight.
Yo, Bino, what the...
"31 ego damage, 17 employees dead and counting. And your body needs 5 or 6 parts replaced and repaired. It's not thrilling to look after a machine who behaves like a child in a temper tantrum. However, the Sephiroth of the middle layer apparently could not keep you on a leash, so here I am. You. Oh, poor little thing. Look at yourself. There was a time when I had a pinch of admiration for that fire in your eyes. But now even that is smothered with ire and madness. It is such a shame that the both of us are locked up in this dungeon. However, I did not bend over or break my back at the very least. I imagine we will no longer have to face off with our lives at stake and be at each other's throats like the past, but I will say this for you, pitiful thing. Stare directly into the object of your anger. The edge of a blade has lost its way, will be unfathomably blunt, for there will be nothing but the void to slash, no matter how much the blade is sharpened. I hope you don't think I get some kind of satisfaction out of this, seeing my once earnest rival now looking as pathetic as a dog. I have decency, you know. Cutting, slashing, throttling, trampling, destroying. Sometimes I remember the faces of those who showed me true kindness. If I could just get the smallest taste of revenge upon those monsters who stole their smiles, their happiness, their future, my sword and spear would never stop their flurry. I see people dying in my blurred vision. They're always torn apart by monsters. Those dying faces differ from time to time. Sometimes they're strangers, sometimes ones I dearly miss, and sometimes I see Christopher or Miss Isabel. Whoever they were, I'm filled with agony for them. Looking at my paralyzed leg and severed arm, I scream and curse my weak body in a fit of rage. Then I black out. I'm so sick of this darkness. It is impossible to fight with such low manpower. I cannot approve your proposal. Please reconsider. Why should I approve of an operation that will so clearly end in failure? If manpower is the issue, I can make up for it. If they're too weak, I'll make up for that too. There's nothing in the rules against a Sephiroth utilizing ego too. If you so wish, then I won't stop you. A familiar grip, the right weight, and practice form. This feeling is so distinct that it pulls me right back onto the right path. Away from straying to wander, just like a road sign. I completely lose track of time when I wield my weapons. It was kind of funny to see Tiferet and Chesed with bewildered faces when they witnessed me return from battle covered in blood. No matter how hard I stab and break these monsters, they will recover sooner or later. Some of them wail and others scream. In battle, I also fracture and break some of my components, but those are soon replaced and repaired. What a perfect little hell, just for me. Ooh. Missing your arm? Here it is. Think of it as a respectful gesture to a fellow warrior to leave you with one of your arms intact. I doubt she expected this. The tragedy she would bring here, caused by the oh-so-great ideology of hers. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Discord, can you stop? Sorry, guys. My freaking thing is crashing. Huh. I mean, no one's even in thing right now, but still annoying. Stop doing that. Leave it open. No! No! What the heck? Alright, whatever. I don't know if it will ease your pain, but this happens quite often, more often than you might think. This is no less common than, say, a little seedling getting trampled to death. I must admit that you're quite the tough sprout, however. You even managed to thwart my plans a little. I never expected you would kill 2 claws, stop all the monsters, and finally come to face me and give me a fair fight. By the way, about those monsters. I cannot deny that they're astonishing things. Even after plowing through a hallway of your friends, they've never softened nor tired. It seems you aren't much different from them, and now that I ponder on it, I apologize, everyone. I know it's like killing the immersion. One moment. My computer isn't the best for recording things. I think that's obvious. So things are a little bit awkward right now. I apologize. Okay. Should be good now. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Alright then. If you can still manage to hold a weapon and stand up with your own 2 feet, then come at me. I will not be broken. If I can't get rid of these damn monsters, I'll destroy the whole company myself instead. Then finally my aimless wrath can crumble with it and rest beneath the earth forever. Oh my god. Among the many fixtures of the back streets, she was one of the few who could go toe-to-toe with the head and claw. Is that Bina? She was called the Red Mist among the backstreet denizens. That was a name she earned protecting us from all kinds of threats and maneuvers of the outside. Michelle's betrayal led the eye to the den we hid in, then the head merciless threw their claws at us. Instead of dealing with the Red Mist directly, the ever-cunning head unleashed the unstable abnormalities to slaughter us. The abnormalities were out of control, tearing apart our comrades who screamed in agony. All the while the claws sniffed out their prey and snatched it. The whole situation was beyond what she could handle by herself, but she gave it everything she had to protect us. She lost an eye, one of her arms was severed, and she had numerous deep scars all over her body she could no longer heal from. Yet she didn't give up. And eventually, her best efforts saved the bee and I from death. Ugh. Gosh. The cadaver demonstrated the horrendous, unbearable situation she went through. After a long time had passed, her eyes opened again. However, her anger that had lost its focus dragged her down, deep to the bottom. We had to reboot her many, many times.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. Oh,
my thing is bugging out. Nope. There we go. Apologies, everyone. Okay. Well then, that is a little bit weird. A bit strange. There we go. Don't know why Discord went down there. Well, this is most certainly interesting. That is another WAW. Okay. Well, I can't exactly move on to the suppression, as I cannot attempt this on a repository day, so we'll go ahead and try to play through the day. I did make you guys. Unfortunately, some of you guys did die. I will have to make more of you guys. I'm sorry. It's been a bit chaotic off camera. Definitely has not been the easiest time on me. Let's move some people down. Let me move myself over here. Excuse me. Okay. I don't even know. I'm missing like a ton of ego. That was the other thing too. I like died a bunch, so I am missing quite a few things. It sucks. I wish it didn't happen, but it did. Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. Okay, I think we're good there. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and try this day. If I do sound a bit sick, I apologize. I haven't recorded in quite a few days. What is this thing? It's gotta be instinct, right? Yeah, I guess we'll just mess with this first before anything else. Wait. I don't want you to be near anybody else. No. Get back over there. Why do you look like that? Somehow I don't know if I like that. I think I can work with you again, probably. I'd imagine.
This might be bad. Okay.
Well then, I'll let that thing be.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Can I tell you guys the funny stories off camera if I even remember them? Okay. So I did the Violet Midnight, which I think is the latest episode before this one, right? A lot of people died in that. I got through it though, so I was really happy about that. That was really hard and overall stressful. I didn't talk for most of the video because I was like, like this is crazy. Yeah, and so that happened. Then, what else? Let's see. Yeah, then I reset, or repositoried back. I got the magical girl of love and hate, I think is what her name is. I got all her stuff. I didn't get her equipment, but I got all her info. So she's done. And then, let's see. I fought Yin and Yang off camera. That was a nightmare. Trying to think of what else. Sindri was moved to the welfare section because Adora was like, oh, like I want Sindri in my team because Sindri's a bean. And then after she left, because she went to go rest because Lobo is still sick currently, Sindri got whacked by an abnormality. I can't remember which one because like the clowns happened and I was busy with all my people upstairs because like the hive broke out and then it was like a bit chaotic, and then like the clowns happened because I worked on something and I wasn't paying attention, and then like the clowns broke out and they released like every abno. So I fought Yin and Yang. I had to fight this lady, which I didn't even know she could break out. It's this non-escaping entity, but she broke out. I don't know what happened. Snow White's apple got out, the King of Greed got out, the Phoenix got out. It was just a mess. The hive broke out upstairs, and then this guy was like about to, but then I was like, oh yeah, I can't look away from him, so I just stayed there suffering, and then finally everything kind of went back to normal after like I was able to suppress most of them, and the clowns were the most annoying thing in the world at that point. Yeah, and so Sindri I think got nabbed by the tree, if I'm not mistaken. If not, it was from Yin or Yang because they were being annoying, and then because of them like going down the hallway, like the Greed King was also there, so like it was just a mess. I couldn't keep track of so many things at once, so I'm sorry, Sindri. I'm sorry to, oh my goodness, I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head. You were in this section. I can't remember your name. I know if I go look at my comments, I know which one of you y'all is. That's not a word. That's not a sentence. I know who I'm missing. I just can't remember your name off the top of my head, but I know your profile picture from the comments. But yeah, and then I think I'm missing, it's not Jackie Chen, there's one other person that commented something really funny in my videos that I put in here, and then I don't see you, and I know it's because, the Greed King accidentally ate you, so I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's kind of the summary of what's happened. I'm sorry, everyone. Blame Simon. He was watching me go through it and he wasn't like saying anything or helping me, so blame him at all costs. And you know, go down in the comments and be like, yeah, I blame Simon. He'll see it. Poor Simon. But yeah, that's kind of been what's been going on. As for how I feel about the stories that I've just witnessed, these people don't respect Gebura. I'm like actually kind of mad. She went out of her way to protect these people, and then like Angela just has no respect for like anyone that's not Angela. Like I personally, I don't like Angela. My friends that have played the game say that I'll have sympathy for her, because I have sympathy for a lot of things. Because for those of you that don't know, this channel was technically supposed to be for D&D content originally, before I then got heavily addicted to Project Moon. But yeah, I definitely DM a lot, and like I write a lot. I've written, I think, 2 worlds now, extensively. So I do like enjoy a lot of good character development and character writing. Like the story is probably my favorite thing about this game. The gameplay drives me crazy and I don't understand it. I'm not really good at video games, as you guys can tell. But yeah, like, what's it called? I really like Gebura's story, but like, wow, I am so annoyed. They didn't even like give her like the glory of like just dying and like knowing that she succeeded or might have succeeded in some capacity. They like woke her up to like bring her back to this, and like I know it's because probably like A has like either regrets or like, from what I understand, A is like a guy that runs a company, right? If you're running a company, you need your company to be successful. Excuse me. And you know, as someone who wanted to be an entrepreneur, that kind of stuff is just really difficult. But putting it in writing is also really difficult because you don't really know how like your like villains or anti-heroes come across, right? So like I can't even really tell what archetype A is like in the story. I think like that's what's driving me crazy is like we're A but we're not A. There's another A but we're like A's duplicate. But then also like we're like, I guess his replacement if like something happens to him. So like when you meet him and he's like, oh, like for us this will be a challenge moving forward, it's like, okay, well like you're old, like what are you like, what, you know, like you're a robot that was put in his position, and maybe it's because like he can't face the other Sephiroth. I don't know if that's like what it is, or what, but yeah, like I kind of take back all the clowning about Chesed. Unfortunately, Sig is my best friend. Well, okay, wait, let me reword that. Unfortunately, because he is like my best friend, Sig. Whoa, my brain's getting ahead of myself, sorry. Let me correct my words before I get clowned on by him later. But yeah. I think that's like, I don't know, I like this game because like a lot of the characters remind me of a lot of my friends. Unfortunately, Simon and I are not as close as it might seem on camera. And I say that because I haven't known him as long as I've known Adora and Sig. I've known them significantly longer for a good chunk of my life. Simon I've met, maybe recently. The only reason I wouldn't say I know him very well is because, I have a memory block from a certain instance of my life, which I'm not gonna get into it because it's pretty sad. I don't think the internet needs to know about that. At least not now. It might be something I discuss in the subscriber special, who knows. I know definitely I don't want my struggles to be a big part of the channel, but I think it's probably important for you guys to know, at least if this like, I guess gets really far. Sorry, here I am ranting. I should be playing the game. But yeah, like it's, the game definitely brings me back to like my early days of writing out characters and stuff. Ches reminds me a lot of Sig, but also Netzek. But like if you could combine the two. Him and I have been friends for a very long time, and I've watched him like take on their ideals. So like Netzek, as in like he believed in the idea of someone else. Like Sig's probably like the most supportive friend I think I have. Maybe in a different roundabout way than most people, but he definitely has never truly let me down, if that makes sense. I don't really know how to word that. Like, you have your friends that like flake on you, but then you have your friends that are like more committed to you than like any average human being, and like that's like your best friend, and you know that's your best friend. That's hard to explain, maybe, I don't know. But I'm saying that like because as someone who has BPD and doesn't understand a lot of like what a relationship is supposed to be like with friends and stuff, it's kind of weird. I think playing this game has definitely given me a better perspective on some of my friends, which is kind of weird to say because it's a video game, not meant to be taken seriously in any capacity. But that's kind of what games do for you at times. I I will say personally, like, I played Amori. A game I will be revisiting on the channel because I haven't completed every single ending of it. That game, I'm absolutely obsessed with the story, the way that it's told. It's really well written, in my opinion. It's just, in the beginning, a bit rough, but what story isn't rough without some world building and stuff like that? That's kind of how it always goes, though, but yeah, anyway, to get back on subject, I guess I could have sympathy for Chesed. Maybe the reason I do find him annoying is because I think of him as one of my best friends. I guess that's also why I might have more sympathy for Hod than most of them, is because, like, to me, Hod is like Adora, and maybe that sounds really wrong to say. I'm not saying in, like, the aspect of, like, the actions they committed, but, like, because, yeah, no, I don't want to imply that Adora is, like, not mentally well. She is. But just in the sense of, like, wanting to be nice to everyone, but feeling like your voice falls on deaf ears when you try to do the right thing for people. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, here I am venting. Oh my god, this is bad. Probably. I don't know. I don't know. I want Adora to, like, achieve her dreams. Out of, like, the time that I've known her, like, she's really an amazing person. She's very strong-willed and, like, very determined. But she tries to, like, help everyone else. And, like, I wish sometimes she would just do things for herself and be more selfish. A lot of people can't do that. I know I can't do that at times. I have always tried to help everyone else in my life, and in the end, it kind of screwed me over, and it's led me to a lot of bad places. And I think, like, a lot of the characters in this story kind of have that same, issue where... Game, pause! Oh, I'm trying to pause so I can pay attention to the counter, what do you mean? But yeah, a lot of the characters in this story, like, have more in-depth relationships with each other than, like, I think it shows, because, like, obviously, I think all games kind of suffer from, like, the... Where did Adora just go? Hello? Did the game just bug out on me? Where's Adora? Oh! Bro, I was just talking about my best friend. You can't just take her away. That's mean. Hey. Oh, wait. I'm goofy. That's right. Yeah, I'm definitely silly. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, then. Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, I'm really happy because she's gonna start streaming again on Twitch, which is something she really wanted to do. I think the hardest thing when you want to do stuff for yourself is, like, you want to take time to do things for you, but you also want to still be there for your friends, because, you know, even if other people's mental illness is not your responsibility, you still want to help those people, right? Because they're your friends and you care about them. This is maybe controversial to say, I don't know. But as someone who struggles very heavily mentally, I would also rather my friends let me know when they can't make time for me or things like that, because I want them to also live out their lives. Like, yeah, at times I might need them, but I'll tell them when I need them and when it's a serious thing. And if I don't, you know, it's not that I don't appreciate them worrying about me, but I want them to do their own thing. I guess in a way I feel like I hold my friends back a lot. That's probably a part of the disorder. And just feeling like you hold everyone back. Ugh, it sounds so bad to say. That's probably what's happening to Adobo. Okay. Yeah, anyway. Where was I going with this? Yeah, I'm just really excited that she's gonna do her own thing finally. It's like hard to explain, but Adora has a big heart. She tries to help everyone, and I feel like at times she forgets to do things for her. So I'm really, really excited that she's gonna like start streaming on Twitch. And when that kind of happens, I want you guys, you know, if you don't mind, I don't know that she'll be playing the same games, but if you guys do enjoy her, I would like encourage you very heavily to go check out her content. I absolutely love her to death. She's like a big sister to me. So like her accomplishing her dreams means the absolute world to me. But yeah, I would say that like that's why I relate her to Hod, is just trying to help everyone, but you're also trying to like accomplish things for yourself. Hod kind of comes off that way. So does Malkuth, but I don't like Malkuth, and maybe that is because I'm like her. And I guess like my relations to her would probably be like, oh, you know, the whole aspect of like trying to be perfect and do everything correctly. It's like the reason I won't edit my videos, because like, no, I will absolutely go crazy and obsess over it. Like, oh my god, did I post the right thing? Did I do this right? And it's like, no, I shouldn't worry about that. I should worry about like other things, and I should focus on, not necessarily that I don't want to have good content, but I should not be like so focused on it that I'm my worst critic, you know. I think that's like the hardest thing to hear, is like Malkuth, even though like, at least from what it seems like, she definitely always wanted approval from someone else. I think it came from having a lack of approval in herself. And that's a hot take, because that's me saying that as a hypocrite. Unfortunately, a lot of it comes down to like BPD. At least how it affects me. I can't say it's the same for everyone. I'm not a medical professional. I just have this weird mental illness that drives me crazy for a lot of different reasons. It's something I've lived with like my whole childhood though. I think the hardest thing is like when I idolize someone, or like I look up to someone, like I do kind of seek approval in a partial way, because like, you know, when you look up to someone like a mentor, for example, you kind of want them to like tell you that you're doing good, because you can't really confirm that for yourself. Because you could think you're doing great, but like you're just anxious about it because you feel like you're an imposter. You feel like you're not really doing a good job, and it's not really you. You feel like you lied to people, or you deceived people because you're not performing at your best that day. And it becomes like this obsessive, like intrusive thought of like, oh, like I'm not doing great, but you know, it's not true. Like, how do I explain this? Nobody goes to work to absolutely suck. Nobody does that on purpose. That's actually not how that works. Everyone just performs differently in different jobs at different levels, and people don't realize that. Like, some people aren't good at retail because some people like can't really make small talk, but some people are good at like entertainment or content creation because like it's just them talking to a camera. They're being themselves in a way, and like they're just kind of doing their own thing, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. Sorry for all the rants, guys, today. I just feel like this game has me thinking a lot about my friends and like the way they are. I can't say I have a specific depiction for Simon, but like Simon also hasn't undergone like an event that's dramatically changed his life. That's the nicest way I can put it without it sounding like something bad. It's nothing wrong with him or anything crazy. It just, Simon is like content with his life. And I think that's amazing. I don't have many friends who are like so well that like they can say like life is great in every aspect. But I feel kind of, I don't know, it's like semi-awkward if I like fully explain it, but I don't know. Our experiences definitely shape us, and like if you don't have certain experiences, you won't understand certain aspects. I think the best thing about Simon though is he's very patient. Like, you guys will notice in a lot of my videos, like I definitely seem like I snap at him and I feel bad. It's not intentional. It's like a natural mechanism I have in me just because like I am afraid of being close to people. And I feel like Simon and I are becoming closer friends. But it's definitely like kind of terrifying for me at least because like I'm not good with making friends. I'm not good with people. I'm not, because I worry, I stress, and like I freak out about those things just because I don't really understand people. I'm very bad with like over text conversations and like even over the phone. Like if I'm not physically looking at someone and having a conversation with them, I don't feel confident about like understanding the information they told me. It's unfortunate because I don't always understand things like sarcasm or jokes, which yeah, it's very evident in some of the videos. And it's kind of sad because people will be like, oh, like she's just dense, and it's like, no, I actually can't comprehend it half the time at all. Like that's a genuine, like, it's not even me playing it up. It's like so sad. But yeah, that was kind of like, I don't know, the whole point of like the disclaimer video that I made on the channel, which if you haven't seen it, don't go check it out. It's kind of cringe, and I'm honestly embarrassed that it exists because like, I don't know. I can't tell if like I should be open about my disorder or like just hide it. I never know. It's probably the biggest reason why I didn't like start doing, because I've always wanted to do YouTube, probably since I was really little. But I was like heavily deciding against it just because like a lot of the time like people, at least in a lot of my early adolescent life, I can't say it's the same now, would like to start drama with me because I would like say something, but then like it wouldn't be what they wanted to hear. And I was definitely around a lot of bad people. I've been through a lot of really bad situations. I can't say I've gotten over a lot of them, but definitely I am horrified of people. And like, I never know like how to talk to people because I don't really know. It's just not something I know how to do. It's kind of sad. It's funny because like I work a job and I talk to people all day. But it's like I write down like a script of like how to talk to people because like it's such a like a scary thing to me. Can't really explain too much without getting into it, but yeah, like I don't know. Game's like making me ramble like crazy because like yeah, I'm like relating to it so much it's almost scary, and I don't know if I like it or not. A good story though, but anyway, yeah, let me control my rambling. Maybe I'll ask Simon to cut this video. I don't know. This is, but yeah, I don't know. The channel's definitely helped my mental health quite a bit. But if I'm being honest, I haven't been the best. And it's difficult. The game's helping. That's kind of weird to say, I suppose, but a lot of times when you play games with a really in-depth story, or you read an in-depth story, or sometimes even when you play D&D and you're like experiencing a story, right? You kind of realize things about yourself you never thought about. And I'm not good with words, so I am probably misspeaking a lot, just because I'm not used to rambling so much. But like, eventually you kind of learn more about yourself by doing other things, and it helps you understand yourself, right? Who's screaming? Oh, just the clerks being... Am I missing one? What? Oh. Goodness gracious. But yeah, it's... I don't know. I eventually plan to do D&D content. I think the scary part is it will reflect a lot of trauma that I've been through. It's probably the best way I cope with it. Definitely makes for a great story. at least from the opinion of my friends. I've been told that I have good story writing, which is, I don't know if that's a good thing or a sad thing. Yeah, but I don't know. Kind of went with more of a free form rant video here just because, like, the internet's somewhat out. So I know when this video gets uploaded, it's definitely gonna have its fair share of things that are probably wrong with it. And then Simon will make fun of me, and it's like, damn, Simon, like, you're bullying me again. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the content. I hope, you know, you guys stick around, and hopefully this channel goes somewhere. I'm definitely having a lot of fun doing it. I wish I wasn't so scared of it all the time. Like I've kind of hinted at, there's a lot of things that have happened to me in my life. So like anyone that knows me finding the channel would really be terrifying for me. And I mean that for physical safety concerns. So yeah, if you're someone I know that's watching these videos, yeah. I don't know why you enjoy the cringe, but you know, thanks, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. This story is definitely making me think a lot about like things I've been through, the things that I know, the things that people I know have experienced. I really can't speak. Yeah, that's anxiety really bad. Sorry, y'all. Things like that. I think it's kind of interesting in a lot of ways. One of my worlds that I've written is pretty similar to this game, despite that I've never played it before. So I'm like very weirded out almost. I don't really know how to explain that, but yeah. I'm excited to run that as a D&D game eventually, hopefully. I don't know. I apologize for like the randomness. It's definitely hard to explain. Like when I do the videos on my own, I'm definitely a lot more talkative. It's probably largely due to the fact that I don't really vent about my feelings or things that go on in my life or talk about anything with anyone. I'm a very reserved person for the most part. And that's probably just because like I'm deathly afraid of being myself. I enjoy like making the videos because yeah, I feel like I can talk about whatever and you guys will, for the most part, it seems like you guys are chill with me just ranting or whatever. I appreciate it. It probably doesn't mean much from like a random content creator on the other side of the screen being like, oh yeah, like I appreciate you guys listening to my antics, like, but it's like a genuine, like, I do appreciate it. I go through a lot on a daily basis, and this is like nice to like come home to and be like, yeah, I could just record like a bunch of episodes, just leave them there, you know, and then like there are like actually people like on the other side of the screen like listening. It's nice. It's also like cool because it kind of feels like you guys are here with me on this journey. MGG, there's no way you're actually taking damage from that little McChicken. What the? Wait, I did not mean to call him a McChicken. I'm sorry, Punishing Bird. Yikes. Okay, maybe I deserve that one. Little McChicken. Adora was earlier like memeing like, oh, he's probably just mad he didn't get his Wendy's Baconator, and I'm like, dang. My god. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I'm scared for Runia, because I've played a bit of that game. It's definitely not my style of game, so I might like get mad at it very often, because I am not good with deck builder games, but the story, from what I've experienced a little bit of, is really good. I'm excited for that. I'm nervous for that. I guess I'm also nervous because like this game makes me think a lot about a lot of things in my life. Namely what I've been through and like me myself as a person. Like I don't like Malkuth, but I can't tell if that's a reflection of me not liking myself or me wanting to be someone else. And like, I guess that's why it bothers me. The other thing is like, you know, when I have like conflict with my friends, like some of the things in this game kind of remind me of that, like remotely. Not necessarily the same, but definitely remotely. And it's kind of disturbing. It's like, okay, you know, how can a game make you think things are related? Like that's what I was venting about the things earlier. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is like, I kind of relate to Gebura, not in the sense of defending everything, like all of your friends, but in the sense of trying to defend the things you care about. I don't know. I'm probably the most outspoken person, yet the most introverted. It makes no sense, but it's definitely me. But I don't know. I tend to be probably the most annoying as well. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna try to stop ranting. It's gonna be impossible. And I know it is, because I'm already like in a mood to rant. Definitely in my subscriber special that I'm probably gonna give a ton of disclaimers on that you guys don't have to watch. At least the one that's not all of us playing games, the one that's more of like this happy message. Because there definitely is a lot of things to be given, things I want to say. That one, I'd say if you're not really in a good space to hear it, probably don't go listen to it. It's probably going to be more of a personal note. I don't know. I kind of like the little like community that we've already built. I feel like everyone's pretty cool. Everyone in the Discord's been super chill and super funny. I definitely appreciate the memes you guys have posted, and just the general comments about the game, and like overall like everything's really chill. It's only like a handful of you now, but you know, over time hopefully it'll be a bigger community, and then you know we all can do more cool things and cool projects. And like stuff like that gets me really excited, because like I've always wanted to be a content creator. I've always wanted to like have a living world. If you don't know what that is in like D&D terms, that's like having a world that like is active, ongoing. Everything that happens crosses over and like can affect each other. It's like a giant I mean, it's definitely a mess if you're not good at handling it, or being organized, but it's like you have like D&D games that cross over, some D&D games that happen because of what happened in that game, and then like those games crossovers, and then there's like multiple games spanning across the world. It's a lot of fun. And it just leads to like a lot of good stories and like character writing and like action events and stuff, and it's just so inspiring. I definitely can't wait for that, but I'm also like super nervous. You guys might have noticed I slightly try to voice act for some of the characters, but yeah, it's also cringe probably. Huh. Can I perform insight work on this thing? Okay. Okay, let's send her to work with someone else. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely rambling a lot because like I've been holding a lot in lately, and also just life has been chaotic. that scared me. Okay. Okay. That's kind of interesting. Well then. Oh. Punishing Bird, who are you smacking on now? Oh my goodness. Why are you so angry? What happened, bro? Dang, I am still gonna have to do the noon event. No! Oh wait, whoopsies. Actually, wait, this would be good to start it here. Hold on. Yeah. Because then the bird might get some of them. Windows XP, why do you walk so slow? Why? Go faster! Run! There you go. MGG will be fine. He's goated. Attack type is red. Anyways, yeah. Sorry for the event, guys. Meant no harm by it. I'm just excited that my friends are starting to kind of do their own thing. And, like, it's awesome. I think the only reason I'm, like, having a hard time is because, like, I am struggling to know what I want to do. Content creation is definitely something I want to do, but I definitely am struggling to know what direction I want to take it in. I think that's the hardest thing. But it's not just about that necessarily, it's also me as a person. So, you know, when you kind of don't know what you want to do for, like, the future, it gets scary because you just don't really know how to, like, process that, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm sure I'll figure it out, and then it'll go back to vibes. Sorry if this wasn't the most happy episode. That whole, like, thing with Gebura and Ches just, like, really got me. Like, oh, that's not the correct bullet type. Oh wait, no, they've got that 100%. Yeah, MGG, what the heck? Doesn't seem like anyone's died. Phoenix Bird seems to finally be heading back. Hopefully, looks like it though, for certain. Oh, that's I didn't even see you. What the heck? Yeah. Okay. Let's go on ahead. That's not a flower. Order all the employees to evacuate immediately. Alright, I already have seen this one, so. Okay. Oh, this thing's a Teth? Or an HE? That's a Teth. Wow. Dang. Well, guys. Ooh, what the? Reach meltdown level 8? Okay. Well then, if you guys want to see that and then see these upcoming episodes soon, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know. Lets me know you guys are enjoying the series and it encourages me to want to continue. I really, really appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys for sticking with me throughout the journey. I hope you all enjoyed. If you haven't today, please hydrate. I know I definitely need to. But yeah, hope you have a great day, everyone. Otherwise, take care. Bye.